All right, nurses got some great feedback still on drugs, wasting controlled substances, narcotics, benzodiazepines. Advocate Maggie, I was a prior investigator for a board of nursing, and I help nurses and their legal teams now when they're under investigation. And a lot of things have come to fruition in those videos. And so let's talk about in the ICU setting, or any setting where you have a drip hanging, where you have a PCA, where there's a controlled substance that's hanging. It doesn't matter what unit that you're working in. So when you come in, are you going into the room? And if they have, let's just say you're on a med surge, you're on tele, even in the unit, you have someone who's on a PCA drip, or you're going in and you're counting that at the shift change, right? What's left? What's the drug? What's the concentration? Normally there's a sheet or something in the computer. You bring it up, and then you guys are both at shift change, at handoff, verifying. Basically, it's the same thing as handing a syringe over to someone, but you have how many milligrams hanging or still left. Now that new person is coming in and assuming care. So that is a must. Now, I wasn't hearing this from the med surg nurses around a PCA. I was hearing this around fentanyl drips, around Versed drips, and in the ICU setting where they're not doing handoff and verifying what's left hanging. No, that is not an acceptable practice. That is something I've never seen. I grew up in the ICU, spent 15 years there, many different hospitals. I mean, 30, 40, 50, I don't even know. I've done travel. I've been a nurse for 24 years. I've worked in a lot of ICUs. That being said, I've never seen the practice where at shift change or handoff, it just handoff. That nurse got floated somewhere else, or the assignment changed, I discharged, whatever it is. When I went in to get report on that next patient, or I was handing off report, we're going in and we're looking at the drip. Not only for that accepting nurse, but for me handing that off. No, we're going in and we're accounting for what's left. How much Versed is left, how much Precedex is left, how much fentanyl is left. That's all needs to be documented when you're doing any kind of handoff. I'd love to hear what the ICU nurses are doing. I'm hearing across the nation that they're not signing off on those. I would get with the pharmacist. I would look at your policy to see what it says, because remember, culture is very different than policy, and you don't want to be on the stand and say culture. Oh my God, I've seen this. Don't get caught up in that, because you know what's going to be on the big screen? The policy, the evidence-based science. A wolf nurse is going to be testifying against you, saying that is not at all the practice, that you were just doing that on your own on an island. So don't do that. Let me know what you're seeing out there. Like, follow, share.